Yo, let's close out week 9 with a little Monday Night Football action. Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Tampa Bay Bucs. Big spread in this game for pretty obvious reasons, so sit back. Let's make it happen. Hey, what's going on? Dave Loughy here, at Loughy_D on Twitter. Follow me, hit me up, say hello if you'd like, and of course, help me feed the algorithm. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. We got Monday Night Football. What a way to close out the week. A lopsided game. Would have looked a whole lot better a couple weeks ago before the Bucs lost Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. But you know what? Let's see if we can ride the momentum. On Thursday, we did this video. We went 5-0, hit everything across the board, clean sweep. And of course, if you ever want to join me over on Tails, get all of these picks early, get all of the picks for the Sunday games, prop sides, everything, ladder plays, round robins, you name it. Just use that promo code NFL24 with the link in the description or the pinned comment. Get you 50% off your first week. Less than $5. Less than $15 for the entirety of the month. So if you hate it, you can go, I'm done. I'll come back to the videos. No worse for wear. $5, $15. NFL24 is the promo. But if you do join, say hello in the premium Discord, say what's up, and download the Odd Shopper app so you get all of the notifications straight to your phone. Let's go talking about the spread here. Chiefs laying 9.5 at home, 45.5 point total. You know, I do the picks for every game video on Tuesday. And when I do this last game on Monday, it's kind of just like all right, toss it out there. I know I'm going to have a full video on Monday, so it's more of a lean than anything else. But the more I dig into this, the more difficult it becomes. Here's why. You know that all season long, we talk about like betting Mahomes as a dog, which doesn't happen often. It's happened once this year, and of course, he covered in San Francisco. They won outright. They won by 10. No surprise, right? But then when you look at them as a big favorite, they generally struggle. Patrick Mahomes and this team generally struggle. Not to win, but to cover the spread. And hey, look, we bet the Chargers plus 8.5 against the Chiefs. They covered. We bet, who else? Who else did we bet? Oh, the Bengals, 6.5 point dogs. They covered, almost won outright. And then there was another one, the Raiders, last week. We bet the Raiders, and they covered, right? So, I mean, these are ugly spots. And usually Mahomes, you know, is a 6+ point favorite. They haven't fared all that well. But the more I look at this, the more I go, I don't know if I want to buy into that trend this week. Like, this might just be one of those games where Kansas City comes out and annihilates the Bucs for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons being quite simple. The Tampa Bay Bucs don't generate a ton of pressure unless they're blitzing, right? Todd Bowles, one of the highest blitz rates in the league. Yeah, but what about the fact that Patrick Mahomes throughout the entirety of his career has been dominant against the blitz? I mean, nobody neutralizes the blitz in this league better than Patrick Mahomes. That could be a really tough day. Another thing, Baker Mayfield, he's faced a lot of pretty forgiving defenses. You know, the Baltimore Ravens have been gashed downfield all season long. No surprise that they fixed that yesterday. I've been saying it's kind of a mirage. It's an anomaly. You know, you get Wiggins back, you get Marlon Humphrey back as well. That team's going to shore things up. We saw what they did to Denver. But you're also talking about like Atlanta, pretty forgiving defense as well. Now you're facing a Kansas City team that, you know, can dominate you in man coverage. They've got fantastic corners across the board. They stuff the run as well. Baker Mayfield could be in for a really long day. So I think what I would like to do here is play to some of the props in this game, where I think Mahomes can exploit them and where I think Baker Mayfield is going to be forced to go to, as we saw some of that last week against Atlanta, even though Atlanta doesn't have a particularly good pass rush, which actually just makes things more interesting. So as much as I want to go take the Tampa Bay Bucs plus 9.5, if this were 10, I'd feel a whole lot different. I'm going to lean Kansas City minus 9.5 against my better judgment. Look, on Thursday, we said you got to grab the Jets here. I got a lot of comments on that too, and I don't blame you. You got to grab the Jets here. The Houston Texans, kind of a paper tiger right now, losing a bunch of receivers, the way that they've been playing, and the Jets should semi-turn things around. Well, I think this might be the spot where Baker Mayfield and the Bucs just find that they don't have the firepower on offense to keep up. And you know what? Kareem Hunt hasn't been super efficient, but you're still talking about a guy that they're going to lean on, run the ball to 18, 20 times, and then find open guys in the blitz, which leads me to this next prop. Like I said, I'll lean Kansas City -9.5. Not a great feel here, but I do love Travis Kelce over 61.5 receiving yards. By the way, stick around for this next prop and for the touchdown as well. It's just one of those matchups where Kelce can really thrive. I think everyone this week is going to be going K-Dot overs, right? Fine, I get it. Last 2 weeks, he's been the guy, but this is also just not as good of a spot. And yeah, Kansas City struggled against tight ends, but when there's nobody else to throw to, do you not think Steve Spagnuolo is going to key in on K-Dot and force, Baker Mayfield to throw to guys like Palmer and McMillan? I think that'll be the case. But you got a guy in Bowles who loves to blitz, and I think that could very much work against him when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of this. Mahomes has been stellar against the blitz. Kelce's always been a primary beneficiary of that. And I think, while DeAndre Hopkins has worked into the offense more than he was last week because he's had a little bit of time to get ready here and learn it, Kelce's still the primary weapon in this offense. In 4 weeks since Rashee Rice went down in that Chargers game, Kelce's running routes on over 91% of dropbacks, has a team-high 27% target share as well. And, there's a lot of talk like Kansas City defense bad against tight ends, but the Bucs are allowing almost 10.5 yards per target and 13 yards per reception to opposing tight ends this year. And Kelce in 2 games against this Todd Bowles defense since 2020, 80 plus yards in both, 8 plus receptions in both. So not only do I like that on FanDuel, I'm going to make a small play on the 75 plus and the 100 plus because the odds are just too good. But they're only good on Bet365 right now. Nobody else is giving out plus 450 odds for 100 yards on Travis Kelce. If you're not on Bet365, do the smart thing. Use the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Click it, take a minute to verify yourself, not just for these odds, not just to shop the odds, but to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when your first bet settles. So let's say you sign up today, you deposit 10, you only need to bet 5, and you go, you know what? I'm going to bet 5 on Travis Kelce to score, or I'm going to bet 5 on the Chiefs to score on their first drive. No matter what it is, the moment that bet settles, boom, you look in your account, you've had $200 in bonus bets released. Also, we've made $300 in bonus bets just since the start of October by betting on the Thursday night football game because there simply is no better Thursday night promo. So if you're in any of those states, what are you waiting for, man? Bet365, bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets, and rack them up on Thursdays as well. Link in the description and the pinned comment. 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. But if I'm betting this ladder, I'm sprinkling the 75 at plus 160 and the 100 at plus 450. Nothing else is close to that across any of these books today. Bet365 has the best ladder odds by far. All right, let's go one more here and then a touchdown prop. Give me Bucky Irving over 15.5 receiving yards, -110 at Bet365. If you can't get on Bet365, -113 on FanDuel looks good as well. Irving saw less playing time than Rachaad White last week and ran a bunch fewer routes, but he was targeted on 44% of the routes that he ran compared to 21% to White. He saw 7 targets compared to White's 6, so I think these guys are a lot closer in the passing game than we think. And I think they both remain very involved in the passing game tonight. You talk about Baker Mayfield having a tough time moving the ball downfield. These guys having a tough time moving the ball on the ground against a really good Chiefs run defense. Kansas City's still good against running backs in the passing game, but not great. And this likely just becomes a forced pass-heavy approach for Mayfield, who has no true reliable pass catchers outside of Cade Otton. And I think they're going to key in on Otton today. 26% combined target share for White and Irving last week against the Falcons. I know he has a nagging toe injury, but he's going to play through it like he did last week. So let me get that as well. And finally, Travis Kelce anytime touchdown, plus 120. Best odds are on FanDuel. Only one. Can you believe it? Travis Kelce has 1 touchdown on the season. Remarkable stuff, isn't it? But since Rice went down, he has 7 red zone targets in 4 games, and only 5 teams have allowed more touchdowns to opposing tight ends than Tampa. So I think this is another spot, back-to-back weeks, runner back touchdown for Travis Kelce. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging as always. Remember, you want to come join me in the Discord, NFL24, 50% off your first week or month. Otherwise, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Picks for every game, week 10. Peace.